Hello, everybody. What I am going to be doing today is taking a look over the trial deck for Kaguya Love is War. The reason I'm doing this is because there is a reprint coming up. Along the way, I'm going to be talking about if a reprint is necessary. I might show some prices at the very end here. Also, I'm going to just do a real quick run through of Data Live as well. This is for historical purposes when the reprint comes out, that we know what the original one looks like compared to what the reprint's going to look like. So here is a trial deck of Kaguya Love is War. Here is one of Data Live, and what I'm going to be showing you here is just what this actually looks like. So again, this is top of, I guess this is the middle anyways, of the actual trial deck. Here are the tops. Again, what I really expect to happen is there is going to be some sort of notation on the single trial deck that says reprint. The reason being is these reprints, Data Live is going to have signatures. They will be in silver instead of gold. With Kaguya, there is going to be a stamp. There is no signature for this. This is Aniplex, and we didn't have it back then. So you will be getting a stamp, but it will be silver stamped instead of gold stamped. So there needs to be something that says reprint on here. That is the true hope. At the bottom of these boxes is what it looks like. We got words on Data Live, none on Kaguya. They both have the tape at the bottom and on the side. So we're going to go this side first. Take a look at our lovely ladies there. Rotate it around here. There is no date that I could see on here. I do not see any sort of date, as in like when it was produced. The reason I say that is because the display does have one, so that is what it looks like. That's it for the boxes, the single ones. I'm going to open this one up in a little bit, but I do want to get through this part first. So the reason why I say date is because Data Live here, I'm going to do these one by one. Data Live has a date right here, not for sale until March 26, 2021. I fully expect somewhere on here again that this thing is going to say reprint. So down here, there is nothing there. If I flip it to the side, nothing there as well. I guess I'll flip it on the bottom. There is nothing on the bottom. It is just plastic. And then we have more of this right here. Okay. On the front, we got Tohka. And then finally on the back is the contents of this stuff. Okay. And you can see again, this right here says signature cards. Hopefully the other one will say silver to denote it there, but that's probably asking too much. At the very least, we need to see something that says reprint, second edition, whatever they want to put on there, that's fine. When it comes to Kaguya Love is War, almost the same thing, but again, no date. You know, again, compared to Data Live, date, no date. Right? Right. You're going to see the same kind of stuff on Kaguya Love is War. Just flip. We got some pictures here. We got all that good stuff. The bottom completely missing, which is fine. That makes sense. And then the other side, we got more pictures, okay? Front side is Kaguya, Shirogane, and then we got all of that good stuff. And then on this side, what's inside of the box. So that is everything. Again, no signature inside Kaguya Love is War. What you do have, interesting enough, in Kaguya Love is War is you have a trial deck that was broken right from the start. There were 9 climaxes inside of this, making this an illegal deck. What was going to happen was they were going to send a replacement card. One of the cards is missing, and they put in 9 climaxes instead of 8 to replace that. So you do have a 50-card deck, but if you were to open this and play against somebody, you have a huge advantage because of, well, I wouldn't say huge. You have a slightly better edge to win the game when you're playing trial deck versus trial deck. So because of that extra climax card inside of here. So you get a little bit of an edge there. So in a way, it's cheating, but at the same time, you know, you didn't know about it. Anybody that goes to open it that doesn't know about that, they're not trying to do any sort of harm, anything like that. So we're going to open it up. When they reprint this, though, you'll get that silver stamp if you're lucky, again. But also you will have just the 50-card deck, but this time it'll be the 8 climaxes, everything put back the way it should have been the first time. So opening this trial deck, again, you're going to be slicing it from the top or the bottom. Some people might just uh, bare hand this and rip it open, but we're not going to do that here. So this thing was aged. And again, I bought this from I would say local game store, but I don't really want to drive an hour and something away to call a store my local game store, which I still don't have any. I found out today that the place that I was hoping to stop doing Weiss. So unfortunately, like so many other sellers, I would imagine they're going to be dropping Weiss. They're going to be dropping other card games as well, just because of the recession, because of people spending less. Because you know what? Everybody's getting in the cards trying to make money, and it's killing actual stores. So the store didn't have the tournament. They didn't have enough people yet, but I think they're pretty much done with actually selling product. Unfortunately, that was my hope. That was only 35 minutes away from me, and at this point, I can't imagine that coming back. So it is quite the bummer when it comes to me trying to play. So the whole dream of playing at a local store is still up in the air. But one day I'll do it if I can find something any closer. Anyways, I love Kaguya. Kaguya Love is War is a fun anime. I've said this before. At first, I didn't like it, but I give most animes 3 episodes to woo me over, and I ended up liking it just because I think I didn't like it because it reminded me so closely of how life is, seeing other people struggle and all that with love, the beginning of love in life. So that was what put me off. But you know, I grew to actually like it. So if you haven't checked it out, do check it out. I will be talking about the animes, so this is your chance to escape here. And we have Kaguya, our lovely, intelligent, rich lady that attends the school. Oh, look at these people. I do like shiny foils, man. There's nothing like it with Weiss Schwarz. There's other card games out there. I mean, even Rebirth for You, it does look nice, but I started taking a look at Rebirth for You, and it's not the greatest. Like when I looked at the new Licorice Recoil cards, just did not like it. It has everything to do with the zooming in. I finally realized I was like, oh, it's a zoom in. Anyways, we got uh, Ishigami. Love that dude. We got Shirogane, who is our club, our president of the school, and love interest. So Kaguya likes Shirogane here, and he likes her, but no one wants to admit it. It's a battle to get the other one to say they like each other first, because it's you're weak if you show that you love the other person. You lose your advantage. So it was. I'm trying to think back to how it was when I was little. I don't think I really cared for a while there. Love just. I was one of those people where love just kind of happened, and then I didn't really have to think about it much. So I was one of the lucky ones that didn't have to go through horrible, horrible amounts of awkwardness. I would say that these two have. I don't know if people experience this. I love this. This is in the title. Thought it was in the title, but you could see it was. They had the whole thing. I can't remember this now. Whatever one that dun da da da. What? Yeah, yeah, okay. Anyways, moving on. All right, I is my favorite. Again, everybody likes different characters, and it kind of carries over from show to show. So I would be the girl that I would be going after this one, which is nice because some of her cards aren't as expensive. I feel like on the next set, the set two, it's going to be her card is expensive if I remember correctly, which kind of stinks. But I do love I. Darn it! What do we got here? We got Kaguya rocking. No, we got I Valet I. She was a lot of fun in season two. Yeah, you got to see a lot more of her character. I loved her in this one, trying to get Kaguya to just open up more. She would get frustrated, but she was supporting her. It was really nice. I liked when she was trying to relax on her. Was it her break time or I feel like it was a little bit of a break, and then just teaching her. So I was really cool. Definitely like that. And then we have Kay. Kay, you're one of the better cards, not this one, but one of the better cards in set one in the booster box. And Vice President Kaguya, she is the expensive card of this actual trial deck. And then we got the event and climax. And this is one of those ones with no sort of foil. So it's actually kind of weird because I'm so used to now having trial decks with shinies everywhere, right? Like when you have Hololive, you get a triple rare in every one of them. Okay, so we got Blessed Me. I think this is one of the nicer trial decks for me personally, just looking at it. And then we have Valet Eye again, Shirogane Lineage, and then Vice President Kaguya. So there's nothing that we got in here. I don't know if I think about this and I'm like, it's nice to see the shiny cards, but at some point, when you have too many shiny cards, as in if there's one in every like a triple rare in the trial deck, does that take the specialness away? Like those sets where you have 100 normal cards and 100 parallel cards, I feel like that's starting to kill it, like those SRs and all that. Anyways, I'm going to flip over here. And what I really wanted to talk about with this one is, did we really need a reprint? Because this is very important on these trial decks. So, as you know, set 2 is coming out. Just wanted to reiterate, Kaguya set 2 is coming out. There is no signatures on here as well, even though Sword Art Online is getting signatures. Kaguya Love is War set 2 is not. So this is what you have. Yep. There we go. Okay, so moving on. There is right here. So here is just so if you need to see this again, there will be silver versions of these trial decks. Here's the Data Live. Here is the Kaguya Silver from the trial deck. And I'm going to show you this. So I know people were saying that some of their local stores did not have any Kaguya trial decks at all. They are gone. I will tell you the place where I got this when I went there to buy it, he had 2 displays of trial decks left. And they were $20, right? Like this place was super nice because they were saying about, you know, even though something is $30, $35, like if you could sell it on the internet, he was only ever going to charge 20. I thought that was a really cool place. There was a lot of people in terms of card games there. They didn't have their Weiss stuff up yet. I wish I could have helped out, but started thinking about it, and I think I might have not been able to help out as much as I thought. So anyways, Kaguya trial decks right here, $30 for the one, and then we have 40 if you include shipping for 2. So there is some left, and I'm not going to say the price is a small amount. It's a decent amount, but at the same time, does that warrant a reprint? So looking at the displays that we got here, $164. That's the only one left. So 6. This is your non-signed gold card, and it's $348.98. But look, there is 7 listings on here. So if you think about what happened with the silvers signatures from Slime, if you take a look at Attack on Titan signatures from the reprints, all the other different reprints that could have happened along the way, what do we have here? So this one, if you're saying the biggest card, the biggest hit from the case of Kaguya TDs, right, is going to be this card, and right now it's not selling. You don't have any data. Again, you can go on eBay, Facebook, whatever. You can find other groups, right? And maybe there's a sale there. But realistically, if there's 7 of these gold ones, how many people are going to be wanting to buy these silver ones? And I have no problem with the silver one. I like silver. I like silver better than gold, honestly. But when you truly think about this, like, are you going to buy, is someone going to go out there and buy a case of Kaguya, as what's happening with Dragon Maid right now? Buy a case to open it to get this silver print. My thinking there is no. It doesn't make a whole lot of value, because you're gonna say this one is $348.98 and no one's buying it, right? You have 7 in here. Eventually someone may drop it at $325, $300. So you could say maybe the top max that you can get for that silver print is 300. And I'm just making this up. If the numbers come in different, don't blame me, but let's say $300 is the max. You get 2, 600. And then there's triple rares, super rares, which is, you know, just your shiny cards. So if you take a look here at your super rares, those were the 2 in the beginning. We got 80 cents and 99 cents. I'm not looking at the shipping. And then you look at the triple rare that comes from these trial decks, 24, 10, and 10. So best one being Valet Eye. But if you look at that, is there value in buying a case of reprints to get the silvers, to get the SRs, and to also get the actual triple rares? Either I think you're going to be hard pressed to say that you're going to, in any way, get your money back. I mean, I get it. You'd still sell the trial decks. Like this is still a option, but I don't know how many people are in this to sell, 40-ish trial decks. If anything, you might buy the one or two for you to use. Maybe you buy display for sealed purposes. Just that display that because it is a nice display. I'm looking at it now. I wish there was color on it, but it looks pretty cool. Outside of that, I don't see it. So I know there are some use cases. I know there are some people that want them, but do you really think a reprint is going to add any sort of value? Especially when you take a look here. I'm going to show you the trial deck cards, right? So Vice President Kaguya, the one I showed you earlier, 183, that also is your stamp card. So 183, and the rest is 83, 77, 23. And I know if you add it up, it's a decent amount for a trial deck, but there are enough of these cards out here. Let me just click in here. When's the last sales? Oh, back in September and August. There is not a huge demand for it. Maybe with set 2 coming out, there's going to be some pickup. But for the most part, I can't imagine that this is one of those ones where I would say you're in the money. This is what you want to do. Buy a bunch of reprint cases. I would probably avoid that. With Data Live, different story for another day. But Kaguya, I mean, buy it if you need it, if you want it, if you want to collect it. Outside of that, if you're trying to make some money, I would tell you good luck. So I don't know how many people actually bought cases of this, but I would definitely express caution if you were thinking about it. But again, do your own homework. Check these numbers out for me. So that is everything. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to write me down below in the comments. Go ahead, and I have a Twitter. You can do that as well, or send me an email. All that is in the description. As always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.